Ouija boards, the worst. I tampered with them back in my teenage days. My friend was big about them, and her grandmother taught us those underground rules that are nowhere to be found when purchasing one of these fucking things. It's been over 10 years since I touched one of these boards, so the rules, as far as I can recall, were to always be polite, make sure to say goodbye, and definitely say goodbye if the planchette thing started circling around in the shape of an infinity symbol or the number 8 shape. Fun stuff. The first few times I did it, it was around that friend, and it was during slumber party events, so it was always pretty safe since there was like so many noises around that you didn't really let your mind wander about it being paranormal related, if you get my drift. But soon enough, I later grew confident and started doing my own thing with my then boyfriend and his mother. Another thing I knew was that you should never expect a certain spirit to come forth, such as like your grandmother. Basically, you're asking anyone a question, the same as if you open your front door right now, scream a question, and just get an answer from whoever feels like answering you. So it could be a lie, manipulation, all that jazz. Very unreliable. Ooh, so sleeping over at my boyfriend's one night, I had to be 18 or 19, I guess. Pretty sure just 18. Anyway, I bust out my sweet glow-in-the-dark Ouija board. I got it like KB Toys, yo. I school my boyfriend's mom and bring her up to pace on the rules and etiquette, and we get right into it after the mother set an audio recorder to see if we picked up anything. We asked questions, but I forget all of the details. It was just pure entertainment, honestly. The recorder got nothing, and the center of the story is that I'd always ask the spirit, or as we called it, the mystifying oracle, if it could do something to let us know that it's there. Well, the whole sitting, nothing happened. We packed it back up, bedtime ensued. The room we used for the Ouija board was this nice sunroom where all the walls are multiple huge windows. The whole room is exposed to public, but it's like private enough on the property that it doesn't matter, but point being, there's windows everywhere. That's where the pull-out bed was, and that's where my boyfriend and I zonked out. Wouldn't you know it? Witching hour strolls on by, and that's when the delightful moment hits where the spirit decided to show us that it was there. This is pretty common. When you ask them to show themselves in whatever way they want, they tend to choose sound. That seems to be easier for them. So, they will lightly tap on your window, pause, tap harder, pause, tap even harder, and so on until they wake you up by pounding on the window, door, wall, you name it. So, I wake up with my heart in my throat to one loud hammer fist of a pound because I was too asleep to hear the courtesy soft taps. Oh my god, it was terrifying. Then came me thinking I could outsmart the thing by pretending I was still asleep so it didn't know it woke me up. Well, it did anyway. Heart pounding, I'm just laying there, forcing my eyes to stay closed because I didn't want to see if there even was anything to be seen, just not into it. Needless to say, I stopped using the board because being woken up in the middle of the night to drastic pounding on the window, either on the first floor or when I'd sleep on the second floor, was not a peaceful regimen for me. Luckily-ish, I have zero sixth sense, always have. My friend, as well as our other mutual friend, they'd go bonkers using this board, and they'd always ask spirits to attach themselves and follow other people just 'cause. They claim they could see some shadow immediately behind someone, and their stomachs would get super upset when a spirit was around. So knowing that, I was happy that I had a really dull sixth sense. Thanks, bye. Do not want. Now, with all the Ouija board stories I hear nowadays, I'm glad the worst that happened was a poorly solicited wake-up call. Will I ever mess with one again? Not really. I have 2 cats and I care about them a lot, and I just don't want to put them in that danger. Because, I'm pretty powerless when it comes to defending against a spirit, at least in my humble opinion. So, I don't want to be asking for trouble now that I am a responsible and amazing cat mom. They're both as old as when I stopped using that board, so I wonder if that's a coincidence. I don't know. Whatever. Draw your own conclusions. Okay, well, I remember because I'm wrapping up the story and how I stopped using the board and I just kept it at that house. But I remember another rule I heard from my friend that her grandmother told her is that when you want to destroy the board, you had to cut it up into 8 sections. But I've rarely heard about the board mysteriously reappearing back into a house. I don't really have an idea if that was like a necessary thing or just one of those better safe than sorry kind of deals. Anyway, thanks for watching. Send in your spooky or douchey stories into SpookyPooch show at gmail.com to have them read. Thank you. Bye.